So, Slipknot are back with a new song, an album announcement and tracklist, new masks, new video. Let's talk about it now. Slipknot have been teasing an announcement for today over the past week on social media, and today we finally understood what that meant. And not only have they released their new single and video, but they've also unveiled their new masks, and they've also announced what the title of the new album is going to be, when it's going to come out, and the track listing for it. So let's go through this. First of all, the album, or more specifically the album title, which is going to be called We Are Not Your Kind. I think a lot of people have already kind of speculated that anyway. That'll be coming out on August 9th via Roadrunner Records. It appears that there are going to be 14 tracks on the album, and rather interestingly, All Out Life, which they released last year, is not on the track list. So I'm guessing that was a standalone track, and a very good one it was. I'm quite surprised with that because it's a great song. I'm sure it would have fitted well within the album. I'll just quickly read out something that Jim Root recently said in an interview. This is the most time we've had to write a record and work stuff out together. One of my inspirations this time around was those artists that recorded full-length albums, not just songs. While the industry is moving towards singles, Slipknot wanted to make an album experience front to back. Yes, I'm sure anyone of my generation, that being an old fuck, will remember days when albums were actual albums. And in this day and age of low attention span, it seems that the art of the album is lost. I'm very intrigued to see where they go with the album in question. But let's get to the single itself, Unsainted. Before I talk about the song, let's have a brief talk about the video that accompanied it. There's a definite cult type of vibe to the video, which is again directed by Sean Cran, whatever, Clown. There's some old woman in it doing weird stuff. There's a bunch of effigies of the band towards the end of it, which Corey ends up setting on fire his own effigy, which I believe is in reference to the line, "How dare you martyr me?" Kind of a martyrish thing to do in a way. But I guess the main crux of the video is an introduction into the new masks of the band. I have to say on first glance that Corey's mask seems a little underwhelming to me, but I will be interested to see where they go with further videos and if there's more of a story behind it. If there's maybe more of a concept to the album, which maybe brings the mask to life a little more, shall we say. A lot of the masks look kind of very similar. Jim, for example, his mask doesn't look dissimilar to how it has in the past. Number 7, of course, Mick to his friends. So number 7 to you then. Mick looks like Mick. I mean, his mask's never really changed that much, has it? The video itself is very trippy. I've only got to see it once, so I'm a little vague on what I'm talking about here. But I have managed to listen to the song a fair few times now, and I can say that I very much enjoyed the song. Much like All Out Life, it's probably the most excited I've been by new Slipknot material in quite some time. Really looking forward to that. I'll definitely be reviewing that album as soon as it comes out. So, the song itself, Unsainted, twat. Starts out with some creepy sounding piano chords and a female choir that works surprisingly well before Corey joins in. Oh, I'll never kill myself to save my soul. I was gone, but how was I to know? I didn't come this far to sink so low. I'm finally holding on to letting go. I'm finally holding on to letting go. I'm finally holding on to letting go. The instrumentation then kicks off into the heavy, and it's very reminiscent of the Iowa era, I think, mixed in with a bit of Vol 3, much like All Out Life. The vocals in particular have a very Iowa feel to them. Real heavy sounding vocals on the verses. I'm just weathering a rough patch. Another villain with an itch to scratch. Nearly fell. Denial is the darkest when you live in a hole. Why does the hell make you feel so cold? Make a move and you pay for it. Pick a lord and you pray to it. You're so demanding when you want the truth, but your stories don't read for me. There's a really cool breakdown style riff before the bridge kicks in. Did you think you could win and fill me in? Did you think you could do it again? I'm not your sin. I was all that you wanted and more, but you didn't want me. I was more than you thought I could be. So I'm setting you free, I'm setting you free. You've killed the saint in me. How dare you martyr me? That was the line I referenced earlier on about the burning of the effigy. You've killed the saint in me. Yes, overall a very strong song. I enjoyed this one a lot. Much like All Out Life. Some very strong songwriting on this one. Really intrigued to see where the band go with the actual album itself and the build up to it. They seem to really be hyping this album up nicely. I kind of like the effort that's being put into that. Will it live up to the hype? I don't know, but it sounds promising thus far. And as I said earlier, I will definitely be reviewing reviewing. I will definitely be reviewing the album as soon as that one comes out on August 9th. Very much looking forward to it. That'll do for this video, but if you've got this far, make sure you like the video, because it really does help boost the channel. If you're not already subscribed, make sure you subscribe. So if you enjoyed this, I will be reviewing the Slipknot album when it comes out, so you don't want to miss that. Comment, always good to hear from you guys. Check out my website, Free to Be Who I Be, although why? Maybe check out my second channel, Free to Be Positive, because, you know, that doesn't hurt, does it? Being positive, what's wrong with that? Especially when you're an old fuck like me. But more importantly, make sure that you come back tomorrow for my review of the new Rammstein album. And also, I'm going to do something a bit different. Probably Monday or Tuesday of next week, I'm going to do a video about the final of Game of Thrones. Any self-respecting metalhead watches that show, I'm sure. I think everybody watches that show, don't they? The show is finally coming to an end. The final episode airs sometime. So I'll be putting a video together, I think, on my thoughts for Game of Thrones. Anyway, I've got other stuff to be getting on. I can't talk to you tossers all day. Bye 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 bye.